I actually emailed him about it. He's going to talk about it.
There's an interesting history behind that.
Yeah.
Long term, it really benefits us.
Well, he sent me an email about it happened kind of before, you know, like you said, long history, before we were here, before I was here.
All right, guys, you ready? 4:30? I now call this meeting to order. We welcome you to the LPUA meeting. We, as your representatives on the LPUA, welcome your involvement and encourage your participation. This meeting is a public hearing. If you wish to address the LPUA on any item on this agenda, please fill out the request form in the foyer on the computer provided. The electronic request to address the LPUA form must be filled out and submitted prior to the call of the agenda item, or you will not be given the opportunity to speak. If assistance is needed with submitting the request, the staff is available for help. In the event a speaker has completed their comments prior to the expiration of their allotted 5 minutes, any remaining time shall be forfeited. If you have materials you wish to submit to the LPUA, please give those to the council clerk, Ms. Veronica L. Williams, seated to my left in the middle. In an effort to allow everyone an opportunity to be heard, a 5-minute rule will be in effect. Speakers shall refrain from debating, personal attacks, and from making confrontational or derogatory comments. I'm requesting that the first row to my left be used for media only. Food and drinks are not allowed in the auditorium, and all phones and electronic devices shall be silenced from this point forward. I'm also requesting that anyone who approaches the LPUA state their name and title for the official record. Meeting procedures are by resolution, not by Robert's Rules of Order. Documents including agendas, ordinances, resolutions, and minutes related to this and other meetings are posted online at www.lafayette.la.gov or refer to the web address on the top of the agenda. Chair announcements. I don't have any announcements. My fellow LPUA, does anyone have any announcements? No? Moving forward. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Mr. Kenneth Boudreau.
Thank you. Just wanted to acknowledge the presence of a local organization in small business here in Lafayette, the Above Limit Tutoring. They're going to be with us through the council meeting as well. They've had the opportunity to tour City Hall and visit with the Mayor President's office, as well as our entire council office. So just wanted to welcome them to the LPUA meeting and make the fellow council members, along with our Director of Utilities, Mr. Huval, and his team aware of who's with us. So just thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boudreau, and welcome, you guys. Hope we are entertaining enough throughout the evening. Mayor President's report. Do you have anything? No, sir. Moving on to resolutions. This is a public hearing, and electronic sign-in is available for anyone wishing to address the LPUA. The 5-minute rule does apply. Cindy, would you please read? Oh, I'm sorry. All right, now you can read.
Resolution 6, 2018, LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving water service outside of the corporate limits of the City of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015, LPUA, 105 Tracy Street.
Do you have a motion? Second. Motion by Conk, second by Cook. Any LPUA discussion? I see none. Any public comment?
Ms. Chair, we have Jean Guidry to speak only if you have questions.
Does anyone have any questions? I don't see any. All right. Then we will go to a vote.
District 3?
Yes.
District 4?
Yes.
District 6?
Yes.
District 7?
Yes.
District 8?
Yes.
Motion approved.
We're not on. Our screens aren't on.
Press the button on the side. All the way to the bottom, the bigger button, to the right.
We'll pause for some technical difficulties.
Good.
I think we're loading up right now. We can maybe move on to reading the resolutions.
Yes, ma'am.
Resolution 7, 2018, LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving the extension of sewer services outside of the corporate limits of the City of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015, LPUA, 2400 block of East Broussard Road.
motion by Cook, second by Conk. Any council discussion? I'm sorry, any any LPUA discussion? I see Ms. Cook has a question. Oh, hold on.
Come up.
Terry?
Terry, if
come
you
on
could just come
down.
up and explain that for me, please. Thank you.
No, you are not. My apologies. Now you are.
Okay, very good. Hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, Terry Hubal, Director of Utilities. Kyle, I was hoping you would have invited me for the first ordinance resolution, but I'll cover them all at one time, kind of explain what's happening here, because really it's two different things that sound like the same issue when they're a little different. I'm going to take a step back, way back. Pre-consolidation, LUS did not provide water outside the city limits. The only exception is that we were providing wholesale water to the city of Scott. Post-consolidation, decision was made by the LPUA and council at that time to begin providing water services to other areas outside the city. And so we ended up with wholesale agreements with Scott and we did have, before consolidation, we did have a wholesale agreement with Scott. So we extended that with Scott, had one with Water District North, Water District South, the Milton Water System, Broussard, and Youngsville. Once that happened, then a number of things started taking place. Not only did those communities get the benefit of the water from us, but they also, LUS also expanded into some areas outside the city, because that was the theme of the time, and that's what the administration and council wanted at that time. Since that, in recent times, this LPUA has made a decision to do what you're doing now, looking on a case-by-case basis. So that kind of covers the water side. On the sewer side, it's a whole different thing. The concern is that we had a number of developments that had taken place in the parish where the developer would put in a sewer system, turn it over to a private company. Too often the private company wasn't maintaining it like they should have, and so therefore the sewer system ended up having needless repairs prematurely and were not repaired. And so there's a lot of frustration with the constituents there, and so the LPUA and council in about 5-6 years ago, I guess, asked us to put together a parish sewer ordinance. This parish sewer ordinance would have several aspects to it that we thought were important. One is that when a developer was going to locate somewhere in the parish, that he would have to build his system according to LUS standards. Not just the cheapest thing that's out there, but something that we felt would stand the test of time and be able to serve customers for a long time. The second thing is that LUS would have a right of first refusal to serve those systems. And the purpose is that so that the systems could be kept up and be there for a long time. And the only exception to that would be if any of those systems ever got annexed by another municipality, then LUS would turn over the operation and ownership of that system to the other municipality. And that's a good thing, because otherwise you'll end up with a situation where you have, raw sewers going into ditches and the kind of complaints that some of you guys end up picking up on. So it's a service that we provide, but one of the requirements in that ordinance is that we come to you each time. We're getting ready to do this. And so on this particular ordinance or resolution, this is a resolution for you to approve us providing sewer services as I just described, and the other ones are like it. So that's the purpose for it. In the end, if it turns out to get annexed by some other area, then we turn it over to them. But as long as in the rural areas, we're providing that service in order to keep the environment clean.
And so the lines are already there. I mean, we're not creating.
Well, in the case of the sewer system, no, the developer is building it. He's
Right.
building a sewer system to serve this development, and then it's building according to our specifications, and we would take over ownership of it. So nothing's there yet. It would be after it's constructed, and we'd begin serving it and charging those customers. In all cases, both water and sewer out of city rates.
And the lines are not at our cost, I guess should have been my question.
correct.
The
It's not at
developers-
our cost. That's
Okay,
correct.
That's what I was, okay.
Developer has to pay the entire cost.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you. Do we have any, oh, I'm sorry. Going next to Councilman Conk.
Hit it again.
No, you good.
I'm good?
job,
Okay.
yeah.
The question that I had posed earlier in an email, and this LPUA group has been fairly consistent in requiring annexation for anyone to receive our utility services. In this instance, and in the ones coming up, 2 more, these areas are not contiguous to the city of Lafayette, and therefore it would not be wise on our part to deny it based on the fact that we can't annex them. We just abide by past council actions and also preserve the environment in the process. So going down, I'm very long-winded on this one. We cannot force annexation for these folks to receive the service. They are contiguous to our city limits. Try again.
Sorry.
Yeah, they are not contiguous to our city limits, and so we would not be able to get them to annex.
And the word I was looking for, we can't not make this decision contingent upon annexation.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Took me a while to get there, but thank you.
I'm glad you provided me the proper words for me to agree to.
Thank you.
All right. That's all. All right. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right. Let's move for a vote.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6.
Yes.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8,
Yes.
District 3. Motion approved. Resolution 8, 2018 LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving the extension of sewer services outside of the corporate limits of the city of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015 LPUA, 1600 and 1700 blocks of Douillon Road.
Motion by Cook, second by Boudreaux. Any LPUA discussion? I see none. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right. Let's call for a vote.
District 6.
Yes.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
Motion approved. Resolution 9, 2018 LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving the water service outside of the corporate limits of the city of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015 LPUA 103 Aris Drive.
Motion by Cook. Second by Boudreaux. Any LPUA discussion? I see none. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right. Let's go for a vote.
District 7.
Yes.
District 8.
Yes.
District 3.
Yes.
District 4.
Yes.
District 6.
Yes.
Motion approved. Resolution 10, 2018 LPUA, a resolution of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority approving the extension of sewer services outside of the corporate limits of the city of Lafayette in accordance with Ordinance 30, 2015 LPUA, 900 block of Pequard Road.
I have a motion by Lewis and a second by Cook. Do I have any LPUA discussion? I see none. Any public comment?
No, ma'am.
All right, let's go to a vote.
District 8,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7. Motion approved.
All right, I'd like to add, moving on to introductory ordinances, I'd like to ask for a motion and a second from LPUA to introduce ordinances 9 and 10 into Globo. I have a motion by Conk. Do I have a second? By Cook. Cindy, will you please read in Globo?
Ordinance 11, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority amending the fiscal year 17-18 operating budget of the Lafayette City Parish Consolidated Government to adjust amounts for risk management uninsured loss reimbursements to actual. Ordinance 12, 2018 LPUA, an ordinance of the Lafayette Public Utilities Authority providing for the abandonment of a 10-foot utility servitude and right-of-way for future extension in Cypress Cove Phase 2, and the granting of a 35-foot drainage easement and a 10-foot utility easement on the property of Blaine A. Morrow and Frank J. Cormier.
Do we have any comments from the public? All right, do we have any LPUA discussion? I see none. Let's call any public comment for the Globo items. All right, let's go to a vote to introduce in Globo.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4,
Yes.
District 6,
Yes.
District 7, District 8.
Yes.
Motion approved.
Okay, and then moving on to director's update. Mr. Terry, did you have anything? No? Okay, well with that, this meeting's adjourned.
Yay! That's a good thing.